joining us now to shed more light on the PDP convention ahead, and the party's stance is Debo Ologunagba, PDP National Publicity Secretary. Good to have you on Newsnight tonight. Good to be here. Nice to be here. Well, just when you thought that the worst really was over for the PDP, yes, and then you have this. Let's first off get PDP's reaction to the demands or conditions, the 6-point demands of Nyesom Wike and the eminent leaders, and they call themselves and concerned stakeholders of the PDP. How's the PDP reacting to these demands?
Thank you very much, Ngozi, and it is very nice to be here. Thank you for having me. And to Nigerians, we thank you for your interest in our party. We thank you for your continuing pressure to ensure that we get our acts together and do the right thing, one, for the interest of the country, and two, for the interest of democracy. I have said this severally, including on your show here. I want to thank the Arise platform for allowing us to have this conversation with Nigeria from time to time. The People's Democratic Party is truly a democratic party in the sense that we're guided by our rules, by our constitution, and we follow that methodically. Let's make it very, very clear, emphatically. There's nobody can give condition or group of persons that can give condition to this party. We don't live on people's conditions. We're guided by our constitution. That's where we derive our conditions from. We're guided by our rules, and we're guided by law. And more importantly, we're guided by the guidelines of INEC. In preparing for this, we have taken every step that we need to do, and the steps that we need to take, and action that need to be taken by this party, consistent with the constitution of the party, in arranging and preparing for the National Convention. Now,
just as a reminder, sincere apologies for stopping you there. Just to reel out some of the, demands. Yeah. They say no microzoning for peace and stability to reign within the party. The national chairman should remain in the North Central, in line, of course, with 2021 zoning and all of that. So many others. Just to, act as a reminder.
Thank you very much.
Yes.
I listened to that. I heard that.
Right.
But again, I will re-emphasize that. There is nobody, no group, by whatever name called, will give this party a condition for certain thing to happen. What we believe in is negotiation and discussion, and the NEC is the second highest organ of the party. And the NEC, after the National Convention, has power to take decision. The NEC, in its wisdom on the 101st meeting, set up the zoning committee and the National Convention organizing committee. And the zoning committee went to work, and they came out with a recommendation, which was presented at the 102nd NEC meeting. At the NEC meeting, after several deliberations, before then, other organs like the National Caucus, the NWC, all has considered all these recommendations and was brought before the NEC. Everybody that has a right to have the notice to that meeting, including those who claim to be in a group. They were invited, they were duly served, and it was published in about 4 national newspapers. So if you don't come for a meeting, we can't force you to come. But what I can say to you is this. The party has taken steps, the NEC had taken a decision, has arrived, and these were the conditions at the NEC meeting, at the 101, where the venue of the convention was taken, the agenda, which was the elective convention, and thirdly, the date. So all these are settled down. And so if you come late in the day and talk about people being disenfranchised, that will not be correct. Again, what we try to do, as a party, we don't want to join issue with anybody. We're not interested in that. We're connected to our people. We're concerned about our membership and Nigerians, and particularly the development of democracy and sustenance of it in this country. So
great.
It is not correct.
You say all of that,
yeah,
but then we continue to see an FCT minister, Nyesom Wike, making this demand, and it seems to hold the leverage Some would say perhaps this is G5 second coming in another name. He has said, and his team has said, your convention is at risk. Should it go ahead without this demand? In that chair you are sat, just yesterday we had your deputy national legal advisor who says the Wike's team are actually right because your party seems, you know, to run away from rule of law and implementation of justices from our courts, from court orders. You know, he said, in fact, one of the demands dates back to 2021. So if they have these demands to say, for instance, fresh congresses and validity and all of that in different states, why are you refusing to implement those court judgments? And when you say you're going into negotiate, you rather take negotiations and not demands.
No.
Are you negotiating with Mr. Wike?
Please let me put it in perspective. I laid the premise of how our party operates, that we prefer to talk.
What about rule of law and implementing
the rule of law? I do not know. Again, let me put this clear. The person who can speak for this party on an issue is the National Publicity Secretary. So if anybody comes here, they are expressing their views, and again, you account for them. I didn't watch what you said about who the deputy legal advisor. I'm not going to join issue with anybody. Clear. If the reference in 2021, the convention that brought in this current NWC was in 2021. So I do not know what order he's talking about. Second, we have 12 states where congresses will be held in the next couple of weeks, leading into convention. They're outstanding. For instance, and why they're outstanding was this. In 2 states in particular, Ondo and Edo, we converted them into caretaker committees because of the governorship elections in those states in the last year or so. So for anybody to say that people will be disenfranchised, that would be completely untrue. I don't like to use the word lies or dance into the gallery, but this party, after yesterday, you could see the enthusiasm of Nigerians, seeing for one that we're getting ourselves organized methodically, surely towards convention, because they know it. That everything that we need to do, from the world congresses to state congresses to local government, all have been done for those states, and no one, and there's no court order that has been disobeyed. Not one that I'm not aware of.
Not even the Ekiti local government congress and what have you.
Okay, let me specifically mention Ebonyi. In Ebonyi, for instance, look, this party has a process. This party has a process. And we follow that, guided by our constitution and the rules and guidelines of INEC. On Ebonyi, at the 600 meeting, no, this 596 meeting, or thereabout, congresses were conducted in Ebonyi. The NWC received report of the electoral panel. We considered it. We approved it. We communicated it to INEC. It was signed by the chairman, Umar Damagu, and the national secretary, Senator Samuel Anyang. So at what point did they say that is not okay? On Anambra, not one single case is pending in respect of that Congress. In fact, it's on record that it's one of the best ever since the party in that state in terms of congresses. So when this is coming up, people begin to bring issues because there's a predetermined agenda. But the challenge is this. This party is big. It's organic. The members are ready. The leaders are working together. The BOT, the NWC, the Governors Forum, and all the states are working together seamlessly towards the convention. That convention, as stated by the chairman yesterday, is sacrosanct. It will hold. Figuratively, the train has arrived in Ibadan, and we're doing well going ahead with that convention. And it will hold because we're sure of what we have done.
All right, we'll have to leave it there. Mr. Debo Ologunagba is the PDP National Publicity Secretary. Thank you very much for joining us on Newsnight.
Thank you very much for having me. I appreciate it.